Hello everybody, we meet again in the kinematics and dynamics of machinery class. This week, we cover the new topic that is Coriolis acceleration. In my opinion, this topic is the most difficult in this course, but don't worry, I believe you can handle it. In this segment, I will start with the concept of the Coriolis acceleration. So, what is Coriolis acceleration and when a mechanism has this type of acceleration? As you can see at here, the Coriolis acceleration occurs at the coincident point, when a point moves relative to a moving point. For example, in this mechanism, there is the coincident point and also in this mechanism. In this mechanism, this point in the slider is considered as the coincident point because it can move translation, and also in the same time, the point in the slider can also rotating because this link can rotate. And for this mechanism, this point is also the coincident point. Here, we want to derive the acceleration to let you see why there is the Coriolis acceleration. Same with when we derive the acceleration until we get the normal and tangential acceleration, we start with the definition of the position. That is, Rp is P times e power I theta. The vector Rp is from the center of the rotation until the slider, the point P. And then the small p here is the distance from the center of the rotation until the point P in the slider. And E is the exponential, I is the complex number, and also theta is the orientation of the slider. And then, to get the velocity equation, we derive the position of the slider. But don't forget, the P now is the function of the time. So we can get the equation of the velocity become this one. We get P e I theta times I omega plus P dot e I theta. You can see here, this one is the transmission velocity and this one is the slip velocity. The transmission and slip velocity have the vector just like in this figure. Okay, so this one is the transmission velocity and also this one is the slip velocity. The transmission velocity is the velocity of the slot, and also the slip velocity is the velocity of the slider in the translation movement respect to the slot. Then we derive it again respect to the time until we get the equation of acceleration just like at here. We get P dot e I theta I omega plus P e I theta I omega square plus P e I theta I alpha plus P double dot e I theta plus P dot e I theta I omega. And then we arrange again this equation until we get this equation. So this one is called as the slip acceleration, and here is the normal acceleration. This term is the tangential acceleration, and this one 2p dot omega is the Coriolis acceleration. So the Coriolis acceleration, as you can see it here, occurs when the body has the v slip and omega. The v slip at here is the p dot and omega is this one. But what is the effect of this acceleration? To answer that question, how about we see this video? So this video is come from MIT Department of the Physics Technical Service Group. You can see it here. Before the platform is rotating and the people throw the ball, it will in the straight line. Okay, now the platform is rotating and the people in the lab throw the ball, but the ball is shifted. You can see in the video. So the ball is not in the straight line anymore, but will turn to another direction. This from the above view. So the ball cannot reach the people in the opposite direction. Now is the another point of view. You see, the ball is shifted to another direction, not in the straight line anymore. Actually, that is the effect of the Coriolis acceleration. Okay, you can see the ball is going to the downside. Okay, I will stop the video until here. So from here, from this video, we can see that the effect of the Coriolis acceleration is the ball is not moving in a straight line anymore, but will turn to another direction. I will stop this segment until here. I hope your curiosity about Coriolis acceleration is increased. So please read your textbook. Thank you and see you again in the next segment.